What have we got here? What is this torpy warpy woo? If you've been a fan of this channel, you will know what this means to me. It's dark, it's arty, it's dark arts from that Magic Rock brewery. 6%er, there we go. This, people, is Surreal Stout. Let's get it in, that KRUPS Sub. I'm going to be doing a few of these. Let's get it in, if I remember how to put it in. So I better put it on. Let's put it on. Right, so I think the tube is in the top, in this cap bit. I've had it in the fridge just to keep it. I'll tell you what, I'm struggling even with that. Like, let's get that off. Let's get that off. We're off. Dingly dangly doogly. There's the little tube thing. I reckon you just push it in. Put it in there. If I remember rightly. That goes in like a beauty. We'll lob that in here. There's something that just makes you want to get the whole label just sticking out the top nicely. This lifts off. There it goes. Feed that through. Mr. Magoo. And then you put it back in. There's nothing more to it than that. I think the only thing you got to remember is to not trap that tube. And that tube is not trapped. Close that. We're on red. When that goes green, we're ready to go. Well, hello there. How we doing? Sub Compact, subcompactors. How we doing? Are we well? Good. I'm excited for this one, people. Yes, I am. So I'm going to be straight up right from the outset. BeerWulf have been in contact and they've said, can you review some Torps? I said, yeah, go on then. Why not? Thought I would. And they did say, like, pick a few. Have a go. See what you want out of the various different Torps that are on there. And I've got to be honest, generally I am a perfect drafter. I know what's on there like the back of my hand. I know the back of my hand. So I was actually quite excited looking through those Torps. And I tell you what, because I have looked back in the day, but I tell you what, there's a good selection on there. There is. Very different, obviously. It's a different brand, innit? So I was quite excited being able to pick between those. I was a little bit of a kid in a candy store, but an adult one because it's alcohol. I have done a full-on review of this machine, and I think I've done a couple of Torps in the past. I've done a Moretti, and I've definitely done a Newcastle Brown. So, yeah, I remember them well, and, you know, I was impressed with them. I liked them. Even the Nuki Brown, didn't mind that. I don't know if it's still on there. I can't remember seeing that, but I love that Moretti on there. And Moretti is one of those, Moretti. That was proper Leicester, that was. Moretti is one of those that I do actually drink when I'm out, so I really enjoyed it. Now, I could not resist one of the Torps that was on there. It's because it was one of my favourite kegs on the Perfect Draft. And you've already seen it by the thumbnail, but it's Dark Arts Surreal Stout from Magic Rock Brewery. I tell you what, I've got tingles going down the back because it's been a while since I've had this. I loved it on the Perfect Draft. To have that on draft at home is a gem because it's so much better than a can. It just is. And it's a hell of a stout for me. An absolute beauty. Honestly, I mean, you might just see just to the edge of that screen. No, you probably don't actually, but, you know, I've got the physics there. And I did a review of that and I put a Guinness through it. Yeah, and I enjoyed it. It was good. I used to have a Guinness Surger on this bar just here. I did a review of that. It was good. I enjoyed it. I've got a Micro Surge. Is it a Micro Surge? I think. You know, that looks like a penguin, the candles, when you stick it on top, pour it out like that. I haven't done a review of that, to be fair, but, you know, I've had a few cans of that and I've enjoyed it. But for me, this Dark Arts Surreal Stout is an absolute beauty. It's my favourite. It just is. And I'm well looking forward to having it. Now, as you know, this is a 2-litre Torp. And it does say on their BeerWulf website that it's a limited release. So whether or not that's kind of seasonal, you know, only in the colder months do they have it, or whether or not, you know, they just bring it in now and again, I just hope they don't discontinue it. Because if it's anything like what I had off the Perfect Draft, I am going to be one smiley boldy bloke. I just am. Now this Torp, it costs £17.49 on the site as we speak. So not a cheap Torp, but it is a 6%er. And as you can see there, I've got a halfer, yeah? I'm going to take my time with it a little bit. It's one to be supped, one to be sipped, one to be enjoyed. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So I should think, I mean, I'm not a pure BeerWulfer, if that's such a thing. I don't know, maybe they do discounts and stuff like that. Don't know. But what you're looking at around for a 2 litre Torp. You're looking at around, what, 3.5 pints there. And for that kind of price, that £17.49 or whatever it was, you're looking at around about £5, aren't you? You're looking at around £5 a pint. So, fair dues, that ain't that cheap, but actually it's cheaper than still in the pub. You've got the convenience of it at home as well. What I've thought is I'm going to have it in my halfer glasses, just to kind of, you know, stretch it out a little bit. And I have got a nice Magic Rock half a glass, yeah? Half a pint. So, that's what I'm going to have it in. Whether or not the first kind of pour is going to be quite lively, I think it is. I think that's generally the case. We'll see. But I'm going to have a go. Dare say it's going to have a tippy toppy too. And also, as usual, I have got some snackage. Yeah, happy days. After I've had that snackage, I'll rate the beer, I'll rate the snackage, I'll let you know what I think. First of all, let's have a look at that Torp in there, sitting proud as punch. I've kind of rotated it round so you can see the nice kind of logo and stuff of the Torp through the top of the machine. We'll have a look. Yeah. The green light's on. It means it's ready to pour. Let's crack in. Okay, there we go then, people. There is the Dark Arts Surreal Stout. 6%er. There's the Torp sitting in there. Proud as punch. Yeah. Ready to be poured through that little baby. Just there. Can't wait for this little beauty, people. Can't wait. I do like the Magic Rock kind of branding. It's smart. It's the same as on the cans. It just obviously pours it over for this Torp, just here. Yep, there it is. Right, let's get it poured. Here we go then, peeps. There we go. There's the Magic Rock, half a pint glass. There's the KRUPS Sub Compact. Let's get stuck in. I'm so excited for this beer. Right, here we go. Full on. You know, I'm just going full. I remember that now. Yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? I remember how you can just leave the tap down like that. Lovely stuff. Just don't leave it down there for good. I'll tell you what. Look at that for a pour. I ain't been in there for a while. Is that going to tip over the side? It is a little bit, but hey, that's why the drip tray's there, innit? But I tell you what, I'm not unhappy with that. In fact, if I was in a bar there and I was got served up that, I'd say, well poured barman, because, or bar lady. You got 2/3 pint there. Look at that line. It's even got a bit of domage. Let's bring it in. Well, I mean, there you go. It's dark, innit? It's dark. Simple as that. You're not going to see much there. You're not going to see any bubs firing up that. All you can see is my ring light reflecting off it. You can see the kind of compactness of the head. Yeah, so it's got some bubs there. Yeah, got a few. Not perfectly compact, but pretty damn good. Look at that. I'll tell you what, that is a lovely poured pint. Not being big-headed, it just is. Right, let's give it a sippy suppy soo. There we go, look at that. There we go, people. There we go. Subcompactors, right. Dark Arts Surreal Stout. So, from what I remember of it, you're going to get the kind of coffee notes, obviously the dark oatiness, but also the licorice. And I am a bit of a licorice fan, so maybe that is what really attracts me to this pint. Let's give it a go. Let's see how it goes. Cheers. Let's have a go. It's like an old friend. Oh, it's like an old friend, people. The aftertaste is fantastic. Oh. it's just a hell of a stout. It really is. It's a beauty. I love it. Love it to bits. It's my favourite. I really think it's better than Guinness. Go on, have a go at me. Or don't have a go at me. Don't have a go at me for it, but it's just what I think. Honestly, I don't mind Guinness, don't get me wrong. I'll have a go on a pint now and again. But I can have a few of those. I can. And enjoy them. Really enjoy them. It's just got that extra oomph, that extra flavour. I just think, compared to this, Guinness is a bit bland. Oh no, slanderous, maybe. But it's what I think. I think that's just a hell of a beauty. It really is. What a stout. You can pour your Guinness through anything you like. You can get your microsurge, get your nitro surge, get your, I know, physics, get your pinpricks out. Do what you like to try and get your perfect dome and stuff like that. But I don't care. It ain't tasting like that. It ain't. That is beautiful. Simple as that. The smoothness in the mouth is fantastic. There's a little bit of carbonation there, just enough. But you definitely get the licorice, you get the figs. There's figs in there. I remember it well. You get the figs are there. Beautiful. What a flavour. It's indulgent. That's what it is. And this is what is a nice thing, I think, about this machine. Is you do have to think, yeah, I've not got a massive amount of beer in there. But have a look through some of those torps and there's some strengthy little punchy numbers. Ones that probably you shouldn't ram down pint after pint. And look, we're all trying to think of ourselves a little bit healthier and stuff like that nowadays. So maybe having a half of an indulgent, nice drink like that is a good step forward. And that, for me, is what that is. Yes, it isn't cheap. We've got to say it. You know, 17 odd snicks for 2 litres. I'm not going to hide away from the fact that that is some monies. It is. But you've got it at home. It's an indulgent drink. It's luxury. That sits nice in your kitchen or on your bar, like I've got it. And I tell you, that is magnificent. Right, let's have some snackage before I rate that. So I was in my mate Tesco's, as I often find myself, and I spotted these Doritos that don't say they're new. What I think does amaze me is I like the chili heatwave Doritos. I like original, just the cool jobbos. Yeah, I like them. But what I think amazes me even more is all the videos I've done, which is way over 100 odd videos, I don't think that I've ever reviewed Doritos. So I spotted these and I saw it's Burger King flame grilled Whopper flavour corn chips. Yeah. So, see what they've done there? Burger not included. Oh, you witty Dorito people. What's it got on the back? Doritos times Burger King have partnered to bring you flame grilled Whopper flavoured Doritos. A Dorito that tastes like a Whopper, flame grilled, beef, ketchup, pickles. Taste the full Whopper experience on a chip. This is the Triangle Whopper, believe it. Right, I mean, that's a lovely bit of blurbage. Happy days. But standard Dorito, what I'm expecting is basically like a beef flavoured Dorito. I don't think you got beef flavoured, but you know, if you imagine beef flavoured crisps, which unfortunately is one of my lesser favourite flavours, that's what I'm imagining on a Dorito. But what kind of does excite me is that it says beef ketchup pickles. Flame grilled beef ketchup pickles. The ketchup and pickles, if I can get that flavour coming through, I'm a happy man. Let's see if it complements that Dark Arts as well. Right, let's get a little snizzy snezzy snoo in there. Oh, I tell you what, that doesn't just smell like a beef flavoured Dorito. That weirdly does smell a bit like a Whopper. And I've never really stuck a Whopper right next to my nose, but if I did, I imagine it would smell like that. Right. I think normally Doritos are pretty well covered in the flavour. I've got a 2-chip grab. Always feel a bit weird calling these chips. It does say corn chips on the front. Looking at it, it's got some like little red specks. Maybe that is the tomato-ish kind of flavour around it. Yeah, weird. Well, okay. Big bag, I don't know where to put them. Just gonna lay them there. They're all right. They're not bad. Just weirdly, they kind of got the taste of a bit of the greasiness of a Whopper, which is a bit strange. It's not just like a beef flavoured Dorito. I'm wrong with that kind of expectation. If you can be wrong with an expectation. Don't know. It's almost like I don't know. They have really tried to get a Whopper flavour on there. They have. I'm not sure I like it though. I don't hate it. It's just all right. It really does feel like in the mouth now that I've just eaten a Whopper. But I haven't. I've had a Dorito. Odd times. You get a bit of a beef flavour. I can see what they mean by the ketchup, the kind of smooth ketchup there. Not overpowering at all, that. Probably could have done with a little bit more. Not really getting the pickles on there. Standard Dorito kind of satisfying crunch, which you get always with a Dorito. I do like them. Now, I think with a good dip, maybe a good sour cream dip, maybe even a cheese dip, that would actually go down quite well. I do like dips with Doritos, especially the chili heat wave ones. Sour cream dip with your chili heat waves, that is a beauty. But these, I mean, I suppose sour cream will go all right with that as well. They're okay. Not overpowering in the flavour. Little bit kind of subtle, I'd say. Nothing massively flavoursome coming through. But worth a go. So I mean, if you love Whoppers, maybe actually do give them a go. Right, back to this. Back to the serious stuff. Right. The flavours of this Dark Arts Surreal Stout are fantastic. The figs, the blackberries, the chocolatey dark notes of it, the bitterness, everything is there. The carbonation level's spot on. It is a beautiful, beautiful stout. And to be honest, even going into this review, I had no doubt it would be. My only fear of it was that this does do it a little bit cold. Because, 2 degrees or 3 degrees, whatever that is, it is a little bit chilly for a stout. But I can get over that for the simple fact that it's draft quality at home of probably one of the best stouts I believe you can get. So what's not to like about that? For the pure taste of that, I'm giving that a 9. It's an absolute belter. It's a hell of a drink and I'm so happy that I've got it. I really am. I really am. Now, for them, really, I mean, they're a quandary. An absolute quandary. They're not a good pairing. No. I think they need a dip. Simple as that. I think they need a dip. Without a dip, and just as they are. Fair play for trying to capture that Whopper flavour. But I'm going to give them a 6. I'm not overly impressed with them. I might even give them to the kids. Right. Happy days for that first Torp. There are more to come. I picked 5 Torps on this machine. And I'm happy to say that I'm going to be reviewing them all, obviously. So, if you have got a Sub Compact, Please obviously subscribe to the channel. There's a few coming up. If there's any Torps you want me to review, do suggest them below. I often get Torps recommended and said, you know, try this, try that, try the other. Suggest them again, because I may have seen that like months ago and not remembered. So please do recommend them. It's a whole new avenue and stuff to review on the channel, and I'm happy with that. But anyway, regardless of all that, people, whatever you're doing this weekend, make it an absolute beauty. Have a few beers with a few mates and enjoy. Cheers, people. Have a good one. Cheers.